scenario. Sorting. Scenario 20, sorting. I think we want to discuss sorting, right? Let me confirm once. So the next scenario is sorting. So in Tableau, the sorting can be performed in two ways. In Tableau, the sorting can be performed in two ways. Number one, sorting of the discrete fields. Number one, discrete sorting, and next number two, computed sorting. Sorry, not computed sorting, continuous sorting. In Tableau, the sorting can be performed in two ways. Number one, discrete sorting, and next number two, continuous sorting. Again, this discrete sorting can be performed in two ways. Again, this discrete sorting can be performed in two ways. Number one, computed sorting. So computed sorting means it is based on some rules. And next number two, manual sorting. So manually if you place the fields, it comes under the manual sorting. Okay, the discrete sorting can be performed in two ways. Number one, computed sorting, and next number two, manual sorting. And next, what about this continuous sorting? This continuous sorting is nothing but the measure sorting. Okay. So in the continuous sorting, just we will sort the visualization either in the descending order or in the ascending order, because all the continuous values they will be in one order. So next, what about the computed sorting? Okay, so this computed sorting is based on some programmatic rules. So how to perform this computed sorting? So this computed sorting, it can be performed on the discrete fields only. It means only on the dimensions only. So let me open a new workbook. Let me connect to the data source. So here I'm having one field called as continent. So let's drag the continent and drop it into rows. If you right click on the continent, here we can able to see one option called as sort. If you click on sort, here we can able to see the different sort options. It is called as the computed sorting. Okay, if you right click on any dimension, we can able to see one option called as sort. This sort option comes under the computed sorting. Okay, so if you click on the sort, here we can able to see the different options, the different sort options. So in the computed sorting, again the sorting can be performed in four ways. Number one, in the data source order. Number two, alphabetic. Number three, field. And number four, manual. Okay, the computed sorting can be performed in four different ways. Number one, data source order. Number two, alphabetic. Number three, field. And number four, manual. So what about the data source order? So the data source order is different for the different types of data sources. Okay, the data source order is different for the different types of data sources. So if the data source is of type two-dimensional, then the data source order is nothing but the alphabetic order. Okay, if the data source is of type two-dimensional, then the data source order is nothing but the alphabetic order. It means in the ascending order, it is going to show us the data from capital A to Z, and in the descending order, it is going to show us the data from capital Z to A. Okay, from capital Z to A. So if the data source is multi-dimensional, if you connect to the multi-dimensional data source, then the data source order is nothing but the hierarchy order. Okay, then the data source order is nothing but the hierarchy order. It will follow the order in the hierarchy for the multi-dimensional data source. If the data source is of type two-dimensional, then it is going to sort the view in the alphabetic order. It means from capital A to Z and from Z to A. So alphabetic is same. It means from capital Z to A or A to Z depending on the sort order. Next, we can able to sort based on the field also, and even in the computer sorting, if you want to sort the values manually, we can able to sort them manually also. Okay, so let me show you these four options now. So I'm taking customer name. So I'm adding all the 3000 members. So by default, any discrete field will be sorted in the data source ascending. So now here the superstore is of two-dimensional data source. So the data source order is same. Okay, the data source and alphabetic is same for the two-dimensional data sources. It is going to compute in the alphabetic way only. So the data source ascending means okay, alphabetic ascending. It means from capital A to Z. Okay. You see here we can able to see the values from capital A to Z. And here we have one more option called as descending. Okay, the data source descending. So now it is going to show us the values from Z to A. Now it is going to show us the values from capital Z to A. Okay, it is going to show us the values from capital Z to capital A. It is called as a data source descending. Here we have one more option called as alphabetic. What about alphabetic? So alphabetic and the data source order is same for the two-dimensional data source. I'm selecting alphabetic descending. That is going to show us from Z to A. And if I select alphabetic ascending, okay, it is going to show us from A to Z. It is going to show us from A to Z. Next, we have one more option called as field. So here we can able to perform sorting based on some field order on the written sort by sales sum descending. Now I'm sorting all the customers based on the descending order of sales. Okay, so it is called as the computed sorting. So in sorting, we're having some rules. We should know these rules before doing the task. The rules are okay. We can sort any field. Except the field in the filter cell. Except the field in the filter cell, we can able to sort any field. And the rule number 2 is two dimensions will behave independently while performing sorting. Two dimensions will behave independently while performing sorting. And the rule number 3 is the sorting of the field it depends on its shelf. Okay, these are the 3 rules. So while performing any sorting, we are having 3 rules. The 3 rules are we can sort any field except the field in the filter shelf. Next, the two dimensions will behave independently while performing sorting, and the sorting of the field it depends on its shelf. So I'll explain all these 3 rules. So first, let's start with this first rule. We can sort any field except the field in the filter shelf. What does it mean? For example, here I'm taking customer name, I'm sorting it in the descending order of alphabet. So it is going to show us from capital Z to capital A, right? So now again I'm taking the customer name and I'm dropping into filters. Okay, just I'm selecting all the values. Click on apply and click on OK. So now here how to sort this customer name. To sort this customer name, just right click on the customer name, okay, and select sort. Right click on the customer name and select sort. So now here again I'm selecting. Now I'm selecting the sort on the customer name in the filter shelf. Just select sort. I'm selecting okay alphabetic descending. So it is going to show us from the Z to A. Just hit off. Now if we go to the filter, we go to the edit filter. As here we have sorted this particular filter field in the descending order of alphabetic, but still it is showing us the values from A to Z only. See here, it is showing us the values from A to Z only. Let me sort this customer name field in the descending order of sales. In the descending order of sales. In the descending order of sales. Even though we sort in the descending order of sales, let me sort in the descending order of sales. Okay, it is showing us from it is showing the customers depending on the sales. But if we go to this customer name filter field, it is still showing from A to Z. It is still showing from A to Z. So it means the bottom line is, even though if you apply sort on the field in the filter shelf, the values in the filter they won't sort. The values in the filter they won't sort. And here, what is the rule number 2? The rule number 2 is two dimensions will behave independently. Two dimensions will behave independently while performing sorting. While performing sorting, two dimensions will behave independently. What does that mean? I'm taking here continent and I'm taking customer segment. Here I'm taking continent and the customer segment. Before taking customer segment, let me do one thing. I'm taking here profit and I'm cropping into columns and I'm sorting in the descending order. If I sort in the descending order, here Tableau is showing us all the continent values in the descending order. To this view, let me add one more dimension called as customer segment. So after adding the customer segment, what this view contains? This view contains continent plus customer segment. This view contains continent plus customer segment. And if I sort it in the descending order, okay, if I sort it in the descending order, here Tableau is not sorting in the descending order. Just observe carefully. Here the first two values are in the descending order, and what about the third value? Okay, the third value is more. Here the third value is more than the second value. Here it means what? Even though if you click on the descending order, Tableau is not sorting the view in the descending order. Why? Because if we take the two dimensions they will behave independently while performing the sorting. Why independently? Because what is the basic behavior of the dimension? Discrete. So discrete means each and every value is independent of the remaining values, right? So discrete means each and every value is independent of the remaining value. So that's why it is sorting. So that's why it is sorting independently. So then how to perform sorting of multiple dimensions? If we want to perform sorting of multiple dimensions, then we have to create a combined field on both the dimensions and we have to perform sorting. It is the rule number 2. And next, what is the rule number 3? The sorting of the field, it depends on its shelf. The sorting of the field, it depends on its shelf. It is somewhat tricky. So what does it mean? For example, I'm taking content into my columns and I'm taking customer segment into my rows, right? I'm taking here profit and I'm dropping into text. Okay, now in my toolbar I'm selecting descending order. In my toolbar here I'm selecting the descending order. So now here how Tableau has sorted this particular fields. Or let me go to my continent. I'm selecting here sort. I'm selecting a sort order as the descending and I'm selecting a sort by field profit sum. Just click on apply and click on OK. So here I am sorting the continent in the descending order of the profit. Let me sort the customer segment also in the descending order of profit. Descending profit, okay. So it's fine, just hit OK. So now here how Tableau is sorting all the continent values. So here how Tableau is sorting all the continent values. You see here all the values are in the descending order, all the continent values. Just observe carefully. No, here All the content values, they are not in the descending order. Then what about customer segment? Here the customer segment values also, they are not in the descending order. Then how to sort this text table? Okay, then how to sort this text table? So just add the totals here. How to add totals? Analysis, totals, show column grand totals, analysis, totals, show row grand totals. So here, as I have told, the sorting of the field, it depends on itself. Okay, as the sorting of the field, it depends on itself. So it means here as we sorted this continent in the descending order of the profit. So here where I am having the continent, here I am having the continent in the columns. Here I am having the continent in the columns. So it is going to arrange all the values in the columns. It is going to arrange all the values in the columns in the descending order. Okay, in the descending order. So you see here all the values. So it is going to take all the values in this column. It is going to take all the values in this column, and if you add all these columns, so Asia got the first, next North America, next South America, next Europe, Africa and Australia. So the sorting of the field, it depends on its shelf. Similarly, if you take the here where I'm having the customer segment in my row, it is going to take all the values in the row. In the first row, we are having these many values. So Tableau going to perform summation of all the values. So based on that, all the values in the row, it is going to perform the sorting. Let me take here order as ascending. Let me go to continent, sort order as ascending, click on apply and click on OK. Now go to the customer segment, sort order as ascending, click on apply and click on OK. Now it is sorting all the values in the ascending order. See here. It is sorting the continent values in the ascending order and the customer segment values also in the ascending order. Okay. So the sorting of the field depends on its particular shelf. So now let's do some tasks. So if you are performing any sorting, always you have to keep these 3 points in the mind. Let me do one task. So I'm taking continent and I'm taking the customer segment. Now here I would like to sort continent and the customer segment combinedly based on the profit values. So how to sort 2 dimensions combinedly? So how to sort 2 dimensions combinedly means just create a calculated field with the name continent plus customer segment, with the name continent plus customer segment, and here take the continent field plus take the customer segment field. Just here I am creating one combined field which contains the combination of continent plus customer segment. Just create a combined field which contains the 2 dimensions and I am separating with the comma. If you have 3 dimensions, you just add the 3 dimensions and just take the comma separator. Click on apply and click on OK. So take the continent plus customer segment and just place it before the customer segment. Just place it before the customer segment. So now just sort this combined field in the descending order of profit. Sort that combined field in the descending order of profit. So now just hide the header for this combined field. Just hide the header for this combined field. So now here we got the values in the descending order. So how to sort means just we have to place that combined field before the innermost dimension. So this type of sorting is called as nested sorting. Okay, this type of sorting is called as the nested sorting. Let me take here 3 fields. I'm taking year, okay, I'm taking quarter, I'm taking year, I'm taking quarter, and I'm taking month. Let me take the profits. Now how to sort these 3 fields? Okay, now how to sort these 3 fields combinedly? So I'm taking profit and I'm dropping into my columns. So just take the bar chart. So how to sort these fields combinedly? So how to sort these fields combinedly means, again take the combined field which contains year plus quarter plus month. So how to extend here, take date name of year, comma order date plus, again I'm taking date name of quarter, comma order date plus I'm taking date name of month, comma order date. Click on apply and click on OK. Now drag this combined field and place it before the innermost, which is month. Now sort this view in the descending order of profit. Click on apply and click on OK. Okay. So you see here we have sorted this view in the descending order. So it is showing all the values in the descending order. Just drag the profit and drop it into the. So if you take the multiple dimensions in a single row and if you want to sort them, just you have to sort it by taking the combined field. So let me take here one more example. This time here what I am doing is, I am taking continent, I am taking sales, and I am taking customer segment. Now here I would like to sort this, stacked bar. So how to sort the stacked bar? Okay, here how to sort this stacked bar. So we have only continent, we can able to sort the bar chart either in the descending order or in the ascending order. Okay, even though we click on here ascending or descending, we go to the continent. In the continent field, it is going to apply that. Say ascending, sales sum, and if you click on the descending, it is going to apply that. Okay, it is going to show that descending sales sum. So now here I am taking one more field called as the customer segment. So I would like to sort these segments in every bar, not the here not this complete view. Okay, here I would like to sort this stacked bar. So how to sort the stacked bar? I'm taking sales and I'm copying it to middle. See here this stacked bar is not in the order. So how to sort the stacked bar? So how to sort a stacked bar means, here I am having the stacked bar at the detail of what? At the detail of the continent plus customer segment. So just create a calculated field with the name continent plus customer segment. So take this continent and customer segment, take continent plus take customer segment, click on apply and click on OK. So now drag that continent plus customer segment and drop it into detail, because we want to perform sorting at the detail of continent and customer segment. So drop it into detail. Now sort this combined field. In the descending order of sales. So even though sorting the combined field in the descending order of sales, it is not doing the sorting. It is not doing the sorting in the required way. So one final tip is on the customer segment field. Just take attribute. Just right click on the customer segment and just click on attribute. Just click on the attribute. You have to convert that to attribute. If you take attribute, it is going to take the ATTR function. Now it is going to sort. This particular stacked bar independently. So ATTR is going to sort every bar independently. Okay. So this stacked bar independently now we are using the values in the descending order, of sales. So it is called as sorting the stacked bar. Okay, we can able to sort the stacked bar lines. Next, I'm taking one text table. I'm taking continent. I'm taking customer segment. So I'm taking sales. So how the Tableau going to sort the dimensions? It depends on its shelf, right? If I add sort, select sales. Now it is going to sort in the descending order of sales. I take the customer segment, and if I add a sort, it is going to sort in the descending order of sales. So it depends on its shelf. Analysis totals, row grand totals, again analysis totals, column grand totals. So it is going to sort it is going to sort depending on its position of the shelf. Here I am having only one dimension in the row shelf and the column shelf. What will happen if I take two other dimensions? Let's say here I am taking ship mode along with my component, and I am taking order priority along with my customer segment. So after taking this, so you see here all the values, they are not in the order. Just observe carefully, here all the values they are not in the order. And here similarly here all the values in this brand row also they are not in the order. So now how to sort this? So again take the combined field with the customer segment and the order of priority. So customer segment plus order of priority. Take it here customer segment plus order of priority. Click on apply and click on OK. So drag that combined field and place it before the innermost dimension. Now sort it in the descending order of sales. Next, take continent plus ship mode. Here take continent and take plus. Take your ship mode. Click on apply and click on OK. Drag continent plus ship mode and place it before the innermost dimension. Go to sort in the descending order of sales. Click on apply and click on OK. So now just hide the headers of these combined fields. And now just add the subtotal and grand total. Add all subtotals. Okay, so now if you see here all add all totals also. Okay. Yeah. So now if you see here this particular corporate segment, and if you see the grand total, here all the values are in the order. The customer segment and for all the order priorities. And if we go to the other segment and if you see all the order priorities, here all the order priorities are in the order. Similarly for the other segment also. And if you see the columns, so if you see the rows, in the rows we are having continent and ship mode. You see this particular continent, here all the grand totals are in the order. The North America also all the values are in the order. So here all the values are in the order. Okay. So in this way we can able to sort the text tables. Next. So now I am taking the continent. I am taking the sales. So till now we have seen how to perform sorting in the computed way. In the computed way we can able to perform the sorting in 4 ways. Data source order, alphabetic, field and manual. So there you have one more option called as speed. So here what I want is, here I'm taking continent, and here I'm having a selection called as, okay, sort. In the sort, here I'm taking two values, sales and the profit. Sales and the profit. So the requirement is, in the sort, if I select sales, in the sort, if I select sales, the requirement is to sort using the sales. And in the sort, if I select profit, the requirement is to sort the visualization based on the profit. So how to sort the view like this? If I click on sales, I would like to sort using sales. If I click on profit, I would like to sort the view based on profit. In the view, I'm taking order only. Okay, in the view I'm showing content wise total order quantity, but in the sort here I'm having sales and profit. If I click on sales, I would like to show sales. If I click on profit, I would like to show profit. So now how to sort this? Just create a calculated field, the name sort by, and the formula, write the logic. If sort equal to sales, then select sum of sales. Else sum of profit. Just end it. Click on apply. Click on OK. Once drag that sort by and drop it into size. Okay, so once click on the descending order. So now which quantity is having the highest order priority? Okay, so the Asia is having the highest order priority. So now in the profit, click on sales. Again, it is showing what Asia and the, okay, North America. So these two columns are having what the highest sales, and also these two columns are having what highest order priority. So even we can able to perform sorting based on the calculated field also. Next number 2, we can able to sort discrete values manually also. What is manual sorting? Okay, what is this manual sorting? So here I'm taking continent. I would like to place Asia in the top. So how to place Asia in the top? Just manually drag it and drop it into the top. And I want Europe in the bottom. Just drag Europe and drop it into bottom. So just manually drag and drop the fields. If you manually drag and drop the fields like this, then it indicates the manual sorting. Okay, then it indicates the manual sorting. So in this way, we can able to sort the discrete fields. So the discrete fields can be sorted in two ways. Number one, computer sorting, and next number two, manual sorting. Next, what about continuous sorting? So continuous sorting is nothing but sorting the visualization either in the descending order or in the ascending order. I'm taking a content and sales. They sort it in the ascending order. Tableau going to sort the view in the ascending order. If we click on the descending order, Tableau going to sort the view in the descending order. Click on descending order. The Tableau automatically add what that field into this sort by field and sort order as descending. So in this way we can able to perform the discrete sorting and the continuous sorting. So we have one rule, right? We cannot sort any field except the field in the filter shell. So do you have any workaround for that or not? Okay, do you have any workaround for that or not? So for example here, I am taking the continent filter. So it is showing all the values in the continent in the default order in the data source ascending. But here in which way I am having the values in the descending order. If we click on ascending order, the values in my visualization is changing, but not the sorting order of the values in the quick filter. So how to sort the values in the quick filter or in the filter shell? Both are same. If the values are changing in the quick filter means automatically these values will be sorted. So how to sort this particular filter field means just go to the default properties of that field. Just go to the default properties of that field. You right click on this field. We have one option called as a default properties. Just go to the default properties of that field. To go to the default properties of the continent, here we are seeing one option called as sort. Just click on sort. So if you click on sort, here we can able to see the options. So select sort order as descending. See here at the default properties level, we can able to sort only in three ways: data source, alphabetic, and manual. Select sort by alphabetic. Alphabetic descending means from Z to A. Click on apply and click on OK. See here now the values are sorted. Click on ascending means click on apply and click on OK. Okay, so how to sort the filter fields means just sort them at the default properties level. Now see, now here the filter field also values got changed. So we sort it at the default properties level. It is going to apply to all the sheets. It is going to apply to all the sheets. You add a quick filter for all the sheets. It is going to apply the same sorting mechanism. So it's all about the sorting, guys. It's all about sorting. So any questions on the sorting? Any questions on sorting? Any questions on the sorting, guys?
No, Prajwal.
Okay then. I'm ending the meeting. I'll join within 15 minutes. Okay. I'll join within 15 minutes. At 8:30 my time I'll join again.